Hello, 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 and welcome to the show. I hope everybody is doing well out there today, whatever time it is in the world for you. This is How to App with Jade. So, after a nice weekend away and a nice bit of a rest, we are back once again. And today we're going to explore something really old, in my opinion. Okay, this is called Music Studio. It was the first app. It was the first app that I downloaded on iOS that I could make music on that wasn't GarageBand. I think that was in about 2011. So, I use this quite a fair bit in conjunction with GarageBand.
God,
still.
Speed it up, you loser.
I don't have my glasses on, which is really stupid of me. So I can't even read what is being written.
Who
I'll grab them soon.
cares?
So I'll have a chat with you soon, but I'm going to jump straight into this today. So
How
we can have a
about
look
actually
at
jumping
this app,
straight
because
into
over the
it?
next 4
Blah,
days,
blah, fuckity,
so the
blah.
next 3 shows are all going to
blah,
lead up to Thursday
blah.
for this
Listen to this
fourth
idiot.
kind of what you can do with all this information.
What
As I
information?
said
You've
today,
given
we're
us
starting with
none.
Music Studio today. Tomorrow I'm going to do 20 minutes with iSymphonic.
You never did 20 minutes. It was
And
always
the day
40.
After that, I'll be doing 20 minutes with heavy brass.
20 minutes? Give it
And
a
on
rest,
Thursday,
you idiot.
I'm going to bring all of these 3 apps together into GarageBand.
Blah,
Show you something
blah.
really
Gonna
cool.
do this, gonna do
So
that.
that is the premise for this week.
Why don't you show your
And
face?
hopefully on Friday, I've got an interview with somebody really cool. as well, which
Hopefully
is
on
pretty
Friday.
exciting. I won't jump the shark and talk about it now.
That doesn't sound too good.
Let's get into... God, I'm so nervous this morning. I've got the
You sound like an idiot.
shakes. How
Who
weird is
likes?
that?
Who you got the
Performance
shakes?
anxiety.
What's wrong with you? God,
Okay,
you're just
so
sitting
we're
there.
going to
You're not
start
even
with an
showing
app
your
called
face,
Music
you
Studio.
weirdo.
I think it costs around
Who cares what it costs? It's rubbish. You're an idiot.
$20 Australian. So it's about $16
Oh,
US.
can we
or
get to
something
the
like
point? Who watches this
Let's
shit?
do a search.
Rubbish.
Music Studio.
Oh, you
And
haven't
you can
even got
actually
it
get
on
a
the
free
screen
version
yet.
of it
You've
as
got to
well.
search for it. How
So,
prepared.
if
Look
you
how many
download the
people
free
there are.
version,
Look, there's no wonder there's no one there in the chat. Look.
It has
There's like 4 people.
a whole bunch of MIDIs, some instruments and stuff like that. It unlocks a few channels to record, but it gives you a taste of it. But then I think it's $19 to unlock the rest.
Blah, blah,
And you get
blah,
heaps of
blah,
instruments,
blah,
which is really
blah,
cool.
blah.
So
Shut
I'm
up.
multitasking very well today. Music Studio.
Let me fix this.
There it is.
Yeah,
That's
there
kind
it
of what it
is.
looks like. Here it is on the app store.
Yeah, there it is. See you later.
Let's get in.
Fuck off. Hello and welcome to the show. My name's Jade, and this is the Rant, I think. Is it the Rant? It's some kind of show. I have no real idea what it is. I can't change any of my buttons because this is how professional I am. I haven't changed all my setup, so we may lose sound. This is the best. There we go. So professional, huh? So professional. There we go. There's my name. Don't wear it out. Back then, that was like episode 4 of How to App on iOS. And believe it or not, God knows how the hell we've got to 1,600 episodes. Look at them all. There is, if you didn't know, there's a playlist. It's called the How to App on iOS series. It has all of them. Every episode. Well, not all of them because some of them got banned. Let's not cut through the crap, yeah? We all know what's happened. Some things have been removed from the channel because I did some naughty things, didn't I? Like, I don't know, write a song asking people not to kill trans people. Apparently, you know, YouTube were like, can't do that. Public enemy number 1. We got to remove that video. But yeah, there has been some videos that I've removed over the years because, and there's been one interview I think I've removed as well. So also because, well, I'm not going to lie, because I try to be as honest as I possibly can with you all, yeah? See, sometimes you interview somebody and it goes really well, and then you find out down the line that that person turns out to be, well, how can I say this? I don't know, an absolute cunt. So you have to remove their interview just to make a statement, right? And I did. And you've probably not even noticed, but I did remove an interview. And I'm going to let you go back and look through the interviews to try and find out which one it is. Trade secrets given away today on the 1600th episode of this crazy little show that started way back in the pandemic in 2020. Firstly, let's say hello to you all here. Now, my chat's been moved. I've moved stuff around just to celebrate and throw myself completely off. Yeah? So I want to say hello to you all. Let's see if I could scroll up and do it from over here now. Dal's in the house. Ed B, paying to get. G'day, paying to get. And I don't think I've got your sound effect on here anymore. Remember that everyone used to have their own sound effect that I would play? I think the only one I've got left on here is Doctor's Orders.
Doctor's Orders. There you go.
That's the only one I still have. But I have room, but yeah, I've moved things around. Ed B, I think I heard Thomas Christ. Thomas has been here since the very first episode. Can you believe it? Episode 1, Thomas has been here moderating his little heart out every single day. Back before he was a big rock and roll star like he is today, you know, the Thomas Christ that we all love today, the celebrity, you know, as he is, he's absolutely. Thank you so much, Thomas. Thank you all for the congrats. It's really not a big thing. I did have another rant planned for today. So I did have another rant planned, but this all kind of fell. It made sense to do it. And I want to give you some tips and tricks on being a YouTuber. All right. You're going to love some of these little tricks I got today. They're so satisfying. Oh, my God, they're satisfying. And I've been holding on to them for a long time because, you know, sometimes you got to hold on to things that are cool and you don't want to share because then everybody does it and then it's not cool anymore. Ali's here in the house. I saw Junie Lynn's here. Hello, Russ8889. If I've missed you up the top of the chat, that's because I can't scroll any higher for some reason. Thomas is slinging links. Yeah, if you want to do all these things, you can do. Never necessary, but it does help and all that jazz. Should I get to the point? Tremor Bear, g'day. I saw Tremor Bear write in Pete John's chat the other day that he used to be scared of me. Really? Anyway, well, Brad should be scared. He'll be here in a couple of days. Can you believe it? Brad's on his way. I've got a plane tracker. I'm following Brad's journey, and just in case he crashes. That's terrible, isn't it? But he's got to go through America. We all know what's going on in America at the moment, don't we? Planes not doing so well in America, you know. Not MAGA, the old planes. Who else has I scrolled down? Leela, what's going on? Leela's here. She's half asleep. Joe Glenn. Joe Glenn's been here on the channel since, a lot of you have been here since the very beginning. And remember, back in the day, this is the thing. When you start out doing YouTube, right, you gotta remember, you're talking to nobody, essentially. Well, in fact, 4.5 years on, and guess what? I'm still fucking talking to nobody. It's the weirdest job in the world. It really is. It's so hard to explain to people. So they say, what do you do? I'm a YouTube live streamer. Oh, yeah? Wow, that sounds glamorous. Oh, not really. I sit in this room full of stuff that I purchased that I thought I would use a lot more than what I do. And as it turns out, I make far less music than what I've ever made in my entire life. And I have some of the best gear I've ever owned. And every day I get up and I sit in a room and I put on makeup and I talk to myself. And they go, that doesn't sound glamorous at all. And I say, that's not really. But I get to hang out with a whole bunch of names that float up and down who are real people, and I'm going to get to meet one of them as Brad is coming out here to Australia. You know, and who knows who's next to come out to my house. Maybe Justine Kasprick may come out here. Who knows? E. Urban, what is going on? Titties. All right, so I have no idea what I'm going to talk about today. In fact, yeah, YouTube. It's a fascinating thing to get involved in. And when you first start out, you are virtually, you've got no one there. No one comes along to your shows. and no one. You've got a very small core group of people that hang out. But the thing is that is very hard to teach. And with doing this kind of thing, and it helps to have been in the entertainment industry for a long, long time. And played many gigs at venues to like 2 people, and you play your gig, and at the end the promoter comes up and says, "Well, we had 2 payers, so here's $8." And you go, "But what about the dog? Did you charge the dog? Because that guy had a dog." And they're like, "No, we didn't charge for the dog." And you're like, "Well, you should." But yeah, and when you do perform in front of nobody, right, you've got to perform like you're performing in front of 100,000 people. Because here's the thing, right? If you do a live performance at a gig and nobody turns up, 5 people turn up, and you put on a really shitty performance because you take it personally and get up on stage and go, nobody came to see me, why should I put in the effort? Those 5 people have 5 friends. And those 5 friends have 10 friends, and those 10 friends have 10 friends, and it goes on and on. It's a giant pyramid scheme. That's what we live in. That's why pyramid schemes do so well, because we are just a gigantic pyramid scheme of people talking to each other shit, and then we pass it on kind of stuff. So when you play a gig to 5 people, you still got to put on your best fucking performance every single time. Because those 5 people, out of those 5 people who came to see you, 2 of them may walk away and go to all their friends, I saw this band, there was nobody there, it was ridiculous. They were so cool. And then that's how it works, it steamrolls. So advice, I guess, for somebody who's doing this for a little while is you've got to live stream like there's no one, like there's 1,000 watching even when there's nobody. That is just the truth. And you've got to give it all and not do what I did on the episode we started with. But when I first started this, I, as you saw if we jump to another video, look at this one. This one's called Go Forth and Multiply. This was episode 58 of the show. Let's bounce over here so you can see what's going on. And I didn't show my face for the longest time. Yeah. I had these little cartoon characters as my emojis, and I changed them each time and would change them to who I was interviewing, what kind of app, so that if it was a violin, I'd put a violin in their hand. This was the old intro music, which I made in 2 minutes on GarageBand.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are.
Jesus.
On planet Earth.
What?
My name's Jade. This is How to App on iOS. Today we are going to go forth and multiply. I've always wanted to say that on a stream.
So basically I just told everybody to go get fucked.
We are going to do some drawing today, man. Yeah. I got my chat
See,
working
look
again,
at this.
not how I used
This
to
was
like it working.
my screen.
Thanks, Stream Labs, for your hokey
Hey,
plugin, which
Pete
is not
Johns,
working
what's
for
going
some
on?
reason.
The dude who got me involved in this
over
YouTube
here,
caper is in the house.
Coffee.
Baby. There's no wonder people used
so
to go,
welcome to the
can
show,
you get to the
folks."
point in your show?
Hello to everybody in the chat. Langston Reese, Scott, Tom Rochelle, Stu Cash.
You know what sucked?
Congratulations, Stu.
I went to so much effort to make this little cartoon character over here that animated. Look, it moves. It moves. Right? Look at that. It moves around. It's even got my own merch on. Can I zoom in on it? Look, it's even wearing a Dread Circus t-shirt. It's got my own merch. That's how hard I worked on this thing. And people would complain and go, your show's boring. Why don't you show your face? What's with the stupid cartoon character in the corner? And I'm thinking, this is cool as fuck, man. I'm like groundbreaking. What are you, crazy? And then I listen back.
Drops, naps. Now,
Jesus, listen. What are we in?
4 pockets.
Looks like we're in
Harmonic Exciter,
320p
local
over
solos,
here as well.
They're all on sale.
Is that what I'm streaming in?
can't
Look, that's
guarantee this is
1080p.
Because
It's terrible.
You can actually buy all
Compared
3 of
to
these
now,
apps in a package, which is what I did.
But that was the thing. I learned from Pete Johns with this YouTube caper, just use what you've got. Just stop fucking waiting. There's a reason why every interview I do, every guest I've had, 170 interviews on this channel, and I started with Pete Johns. Episode 3 was Pete Johns. that question, when would be the best time to start? It's not like a trick question. I say it every time because now, with what you've got, because you've got enough, don't fall into the trap of what I have, where you look around and go, wow, look at all this stuff. It looks so cool. Why am I not making music? Because I'm too busy doing this. Nonsense. Right? You can have all the stuff in the world. It doesn't help you make music. The stuff that you already own is the stuff that'll get you going, get you off the ground, help you get to where you need to go if you have a place you want to go. Like, that's it. 100%. Michael Songs, g'day, g'day. So good to see you got your 900 subscriber today. Wink, wink. Anyway, I won't say any more. Hope you're feeling better. Who else have I missed? Have I missed anyone else in the chat? Because look, this YouTube thing it's a little bit hard. I've got to admit. Now, I definitely don't want to fall into this trap and talk about like, oh, poor me, I'm on YouTube. Because that's not the case. This is a dream job. This is something like you want to do, yeah? This is like so much fun. You know, who could imagine getting up at 6 a.m. every morning, putting on makeup and sitting there and talking to yourself in a fucking room with nobody here? To a bunch of people you may never meet, but you love. You know, no, it's awesome fun. And the thing is, it's off the camera that is the stuff. That's the shit. That's the really hard work because there's a lot of work that goes on to make everything happen. There's a lot of emails. There's a lot of pre-production. There's a lot of writing scripts. There's a whole lot of, like, it just goes on and on and on. Don't even get me started on the receipts and the taxes and all that shit. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind that. Once you get to that monetization point, oh no, then you have to adult. Like, I see so many of you guys getting to that, pushing hard to get to that monetization, and fucking have at it. I wish everybody well and to get there. But then there's the fun side. Oh, right, all those taxes and stuff. And right, and those international treaties. Oh, man, do they get tiring? It's a thing. And it takes away from the fun, because this is the fun. This is the shit. This is the, you know, being a dickhead and jumping around and saying stupid shit and learning apps and seeing people get better and seeing people evolve and getting to know people and watching people grow and listening to their music. All that's just the stuff, you know. But yeah, as Pete says here, as soon as it goes from a business, it gets serious. For example, last night, so we did our opening hour yesterday here, and that was episode 1597. And I'm like, how am I going to get to 15? How am I going to get to 1600 by tomorrow? I'm going to have to do 2 pre-recorded shows. So I was up all day yesterday recording 2 pre-recorded shows to clock the numbers over. Here's some advice too. Don't ever number your episodes. Don't do it. It's the worst thing I've ever done. Sure, I can do this and say, hey, I know how many episodes I've done. But man, is it a pain in the ass for like moving things around and something gets deleted, and being a Virgo and really, 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 really pedantic on that stuff. I can't handle that there's a whole bunch of numbers missing. I can't handle it. It hurts and it makes me want to punch walls. It just is what it is. You know, Sean Chandler has joined us with his presence. Good to see you, Sean. And Ali's demanding everybody to do the things. Barry Glenn's in the house. G'day, g'day. If I've missed you, I'm a cunt. Here's another thing, swearing. Pete talked about this on his celebratory show the other day. I like to swear. And you know what? It's not that I like to swear, right? It's just ingrained into Australian culture. And I'll let you in on a little secret. Come over here. Come over here to the side cam. You ready? Are we alone? Well, you know that Pete Johns guy, right? Don't say anything. But I've met him. Okay? And He's all G rated, PG rated over there on Studio Life today. But in real life, well, in real life, it's kind of like this. Yeah, g'day, it's Pete Johns here, you and your dog. So don't believe everything you see on the internet. But no, Pete would say to me, I'm messing with you all. But Pete would say to me, you got to kind of control your swearing a little bit there. And I was like, no, I don't. And you kind of have to. And I do. I've put in the little beep button and I use it sparingly for gags, for trying to make it funny, you know what I mean? But yeah, I've had to change and tone down the swearing a little bit as time has gone on because it does offend some people and they don't want to come back. And here's the thing though, I don't know if you've picked up on this, I kind of like offending people. Kind of gets me off. Who wants to live in a world where everybody's like, you know, you got to offend some people. Sometimes it's what you need to do to wake some people up, you know, especially these days because the world's asleep at the moment. And it's a shame that we don't have some more unique individual characters scaring the shit out of people to wake them up because, you know, they're all so afraid of being awake. It's so true. This is where we've got in this world at the moment. People sit around and go, fuck that. I don't want to be awake. I'd rather be asleep. Okay. Cool. Here's a driver's license. Mm-hmm. This is where we're at. People want to be, can I say the R word on here? Am I allowed to? Michael's song still says fuck and cunt at least twice a year. Sorry, I read that wrong. I still say heck and darn at least twice a year. All right, so that's my goal now. I'm going to try and get Michael's songs to say what The Rock said yesterday on WWE, and what Cody Rhodes said at WWE yesterday, told The Rock to go fuck himself. It was awesome. I've never heard anybody say the F word on WWE TV. It was so good. Anyway, we're getting off track there. But doing this thing, you have to remember too that you are a personality, yeah? So, you've got to keep things moving and you've got to be alive and kind of, you can't do a show and sit there and go, hello, what's going on? I'll just wait for somebody to say something in the fucking chat. Anyway, come on, somebody say something in the chat. Come on. No, you're the entertainment. Has anybody been to a show like that where you've watched somebody on stream, hardly anybody's in the chat, and they sit there talking to the chat, asking somebody to say something so they can respond to it? It's like, I don't know if you know this, you're the fucking guy who we're watching. Like, you're the bear on the dancing hot plates. We're here to see you. We're not here to provide you with fucking entertainment in the chat. I've seen these streams, man, and they are so funny. So funny. I just sit there and my instinct is I want to write slurs into the chat. I want to do it, even though that's not the person I am. I don't walk around saying slurs and horrible things, but I want to do it. I'm like drawn to it. I want to type something horrible just so they read it out and then go, hang on a minute, that's not right. It's like, well, you asked me to say something because you're too dumb to fucking entertain us. And that's the other thing about doing YouTube. You know, you've got to be on all the time, and you've got to, even though you've got shit going on in your world, you got to turn it on. You got to be present. You got to the best of your ability. And it's okay to talk about some of that stuff sometimes. In fact, that's what probably makes, that's what I think makes people want to come back. If you are authentic and say, oh, you know what, today, yeah, I'm I'm not feeling it today. You can probably tell, because you know what? When people watch your streams over a period of time, they know when you're not on. And you think you're doing a great job masking that kind of shit, but people know when you're not on. It just is. They get to know your mannerisms and all that kind of stuff. They get to know you. Well, they get to know you if you allow people to get to know you. This is the thing. You've got to have an amount that you want to give to people and an amount that you want to hide. Not hide, but not go into. Like, I don't need to tell you that tomorrow I'm going in for a colonoscopy. Oh, shit. Did I just say that? Whoop, technical difficulties. Anyway, just forget I said that. So that didn't happen. It's all good. I've missed some people here. I think I saw I saw Audible Video, one of my favourite chatters. He just always makes me happy, always. And UFC Bubba, hello to you. Have I missed anyone else? I think I may have missed somebody else. I'm not really going in for a colostomy. A colostomy? A colostomy. I'm going in for a colostomy shake tomorrow, everybody. That's even worse, isn't it? Hey, Rich, g'day. Colostomy. Damn. Isn't it a funny word? Is this what you expected to be on the 1600 episode? We're going to dissect the word colostomy for the next 30 minutes. Let's go. All right. So what's everybody's opinion on colostomy? Put it in the chat and let us know your opinions. In fact, well, while you're all doing that, let's go ahead and gift 5 memberships just because you all turned up. And I'm putting you through this nonsense right now. There you go. Trevor Bear got one. Lola Udy got one. Forrester the Wolf got one. Clayton Von Kluge and Dan Eckberg all got gifted memberships. Awesome stuff. Walk with me inside my bum. Wow. There's the title right there. Community colostomy bag. Awesome. Yes. So look, this show has evolved over the 4.5 years. It definitely has. You've seen some of those early shows, and they're terrible, aren't they? They're really terrible. I don't actually go back and watch anything that I do. It's very rare that I watch anything. But there is a huge playlist here that you can go through and watch every show in order, ridiculously enough. And you'll see we used to change the colour when it was a different season, so season 2. And ironically, the first season ended at 68. Do you like that? So episode 1 of season 2 was 69. There's a whole lot of, trust me, there is a whole lot of coding going on throughout all of these shows. You'd have to have spent some time in a mental institution to understand the coding, the stuff that goes on in my brain. So good luck with that. Jenny Jolivet, hello. But yeah, we used to change the color of the thumbnails for each season. See, there we go. Look at that, red, because red goes faster, apparently. I learned that from Pete Johns. And then, and every now and again I would put in the thumbnail of the photo. And look, I got so much hate over the years of people saying, why don't I show myself? And by this time, the weird thing was I was already showing myself. What episode is this? This is Spark Verb, cutting edge algorithmic reverb. Still using the old intro music. Oh, good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Still boring.
Wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade.
What the fuck?
This is How to App on iOS. And today we are looking at Spark Verb.
Wow, what a wanker. Yep.
That's all I got for you. You can go over here and watch this on YouTube at
So
youtube.com.
things have changed.
Here,
Look.
gang. YouTube.com.
I'd even got myself down the bottom here.
To app on iOS.com and watch the show.
So I'd actually grown some balls
day,
to show who I was.
Live on the Twitch at the Twitch.
Hello, Denise. Thank you very much.
/how to app on iOS. I hope everybody.
Look, I was even on Twitch at the time.
Cool bananas.
Listen, in the 4.5 years I've been on here, I've tried. Look, oh, remember this shit? Hello to God, we get memories. Jesus Christ. I've tried everything. I used to stream on Twitch at the same time as YouTube. Can that because, you know, it's really hard. And I know lots of people do recommend doing multi-streaming. I don't recommend it. I think it's you've got two different platforms and the people are very different on both platforms. The monetary system's very different. The gifting of stuff, it's all very different. And the humor's different, like on both platforms. So trying to keep up with two chats across two platforms, one of the platforms is always going to feel more isolated than the other. And that's what was happening. The people that were on Twitch felt like I weren't giving them any attention. So I don't know. I guess if you already have a massive platform, why not? And back then too, it was something that Twitch would ban you for doing, so you couldn't do it. But now everyone's opened up and now you can stream on both and no one really cares. YouTube's like loosened their strings and so is Twitch. So there is that. But yeah, the thing is, I've tried so many different shows and ideas on this channel. We've had think about it. We used to do this show called Behind the Song, yeah, where we'd have a guest on the show. See if I can find it. Jade Starr, Behind the Song. Here we go. Maybe here we go. So we had the Indigo Sunsets and we had Wolfstone Studio. So we would take somebody's song and dissect it and bring on the artist.
Is to keep track of all
Here
the
we
songs.
go. Listen, look at these two. Have you ever seen these two? They'd talk the ears off an earless human. These two, look at them. Jenny and I love you, Jenny. You know I'm messing with you. But this is what we'd do. We'd have them on and then take a look at their project and break it all down bit by bit to see how they made it. And it's funny, I was just thinking last night, maybe it's time to start bringing that back because I like to do these shows, do them for a period of time, then get rid of them and bring something else on and change it up. I don't like getting stale and stagnant and having the same old shit over and over again. I like to try and introduce new things because, again, I don't like people feeling comfortable. I like shaking the boat. I like a bit of cringe, yeah? I love that kind of stuff. Is Brad still in the lounge? Brad is on his way. He's on an aeroplane and he's going to be here very, very soon. He's going to be here in a couple of days. And that is very, very exciting. Very exciting to have Brad arrive here in Australia because, yeah, we got some good shows that are coming up this week already once he gets here. So that's super, super cool. But look, now, there's lots of people out there who stick to the same formula of what they've been doing, your bread and butter. And you know what? For the most part, that's a really good idea. If that's your niche and that's what you're doing really well with on YouTube, then don't divert too much because you will upset the apple cart. People will get shitty because they like what they're getting already. But if from the beginning you are open to change and trying new things, then you're in a really different position to mix things up and be loose like a caboose. How did we get to my ex-wife? Every time. I want to give you a tip after we run this ad. So we run the ad here on the channel. I've moved everything, so it's over here now. So I'm going to run the ad, and then I'm going to let you know what's coming up this week because it's very exciting. Then I'm going to give you a really good tip for dealing with trolls. And I've been holding on to this one for a while and didn't want to share it because, I don't know, when you get something really good, as I said earlier, sometimes you just want to keep it for yourself because it's so pleasurable knowing this works and nobody ever knows about it except for you and the fucking troll. And once you hear it, you're going to love it because it's so much fun. All right, let's run the ad. You can avoid the ad by becoming a YouTube Premium subscriber or just by skipping the ad and we'll wait for you to come back. So this week on the show, all these shows are already up on the channel. Everything's all up, available, all the live streams this week. I had to work extra hard over the weekend to get everything up and available so you can go and like it and get ready for it to happen, because Brad's coming out here. I've got a house inspection this week. I've got lots of shit going on, so I tried to be prepared. And tomorrow we're taking a look at this thing called Vinyl Strip by Audio Thing. It's really, really awesome. We're going to take a look at that tomorrow here. Then we've got the day after that, this thing called Noise Space by Igor Vasiliev. It's super awesome. One of my favorite apps of the year. This thing's really, really, really cool. And then hopefully, if all goes well, we've got Pro Q4 from FabFilter on Wednesday, US, UK time. But wait, there's more, because there's a whole bunch of pre-recorded demos coming up as well. There's demos. We dropped one an hour before this show, so one just went up before. We've also got this happening this week as a pre-record, Hornet Ballads EQ. That's happening there. And what else? We've got this one, NAM XT. It's a guitar sim with NAM files and IRs. Very, very cool. And this week, there's no interview. We are continuing on with the Odd Couple Rant, because guess what, folks? I have a special guest. Brad Example will be here live in this studio with me this week for the Odd Couple Rant, and we're going to be talking about something that I know many people have to deal with, especially Brad, physical health. So, yeah, we're all many of us are dealing with some kind of physical ailment that is keeping us here, sitting here, jumping from show to show, saying hello to each other, even though we just saw each other 2 minutes ago, and we'll say hello again in the next 5 minutes, you know. But yeah, we're going to have Brad on for this, and we're going to have a big table set up in here so we can do these over-the-table chats. But here's the fun one. If you really want to grab hold of your ankles this week, be prepared, because we're kicking off a 3-show series. No Walk With Me this month. It's on the hiatus because we're recording Walk With Brad for the first episode of season 6. There you go. You've heard it first. But this week kicks off, oh God, help me, Rock and Roll Road Stories with Brad Example, following Valerie Butt's Friday Night Song Club for the next 3 weeks. And if you've ever wanted to hear stories that'll curl your toes, yeah, I'm going to be talking about, Brad's going to be talking about, fuck knows, oh God, it's going to be so debaucherous. You're not going to want to miss it. I'm going to be talking about some stories from me on the road in bands as well, myself, and working in the sex industry. Oh dear, demonetized 100% for the next 3 weeks on that show. So that is happening this week after Valerie Butt. So hopefully you join us for the 3 special episodes of this. And while Brad's here, we've got some super exciting things lined up. I'm learning to make music on my iPad, says Denise, and Jade, and many of you have taught me so much. Yes! That's what this is all about, 100%. Like Pete talked about it on his show the other day. He's the one who got me doing this, because I used to sit over on Facebook and just troll Facebook groups all the time and just help as many people as I possibly could. I don't do that so much on Facebook anymore because I don't have the time, because I've got this platform now. But this is what we get into it for. I know Pete's in it for this, and, you know, Pete pushed me to get into it for this because I fucking love seeing people improve, seeing people get better. Because you know what? You can teach an old dog new tricks. Don't believe the bullshit. You can do anything you want. You know, I subscribe to a lot of channels on YouTube that aren't necessarily music-based, like snake handling and spider breeding and so many fucked up things I watch on YouTube. But all of the channels that I watch have very vibrant, relatable, authentic hosts, like Chandler, Chandler's Snake Stuff, his channel, Chandler's Wildlife. And they all say, they close their shows with stuff like, do the things, do it. Don't hold back, follow your dreams, all this kind of stuff, because it's not bullshit. It just isn't bullshit. It takes time, but you don't know until you start. Just go for it and just make it happen. The one thing that people, I find in my time on this planet, even in just regular jobs, in corporate jobs, so many people, I've just realised this iPad's in the shot. There we go. Virgo. So many people go and get a job and they just try and climb the corporate ladder. And that's not how you do it. You get a job in a corporate role and you create your own job and you go to management and say, hey, I've created this job. I think I'd be perfect to head it because there isn't a category for this. This is the way that you become a mover and shaker in any kind of job. You don't go into a job looking to fucking be the thing that's already there. You create a job that doesn't exist and then you are totally unexpandable, expendable. They can't get rid of you because you've manifested this thing that didn't exist before. And it's the same thing with following your dreams or learning music or go. Just do it. Just it's highly possible. You will be a lot better than what you thought you would ever be. And be a sponge. Suck up as much energy as much information as you can. That's all I have done my entire musical career. Everywhere I've gone, every interaction I've had with every artist or every engineer or any promoter or anything, I've just sat there and listened to what they've said and tried to understand how do these people get there, how to get better, and of course you're going to make so many fucking mistakes, and that's why I say mistakes make you better because, well, I really should change that because mistakes make you better if you actually start learning from them. You've got to pay attention to them, don't you? You just can't keep making mistakes. Like, that's the thing. If you just make mistakes and just go, all right, tomorrow I'm going to get up again and stick my head in that tin of paint. It didn't work so well today, but I'm sure it'll work tomorrow. No, don't do that. No, learn. Sticking your head in a tin of paint probably isn't going to work. Eating paint chips, not going to work. Why does this show go off the rails every time I open my mouth? All right, we're going to get to this point now. Trolls. Now, trolls. I love trolls. I love them. Now, we talked about this on the channel. I get my fair share of trolls, more than most people could ever imagine. Why? Because I'm trans, and I have no apologies about it, and I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. I don't care. It's not my problem. It's yours. If you've got a problem with it, go fuck yourself. Really. I don't have the energy. I've spent so much time worrying about it my whole life and like, oh, what are people going to... I don't care anymore. Fucking say what you need to say because you're the one who's always going to look like a... I will never look bad. If you know what I mean, if you're going to come to my videos and leave a nasty comment like somebody did the other day, just writing, you're a man, 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 man. They wrote it 6 times like I didn't get it the first time. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I really don't care. You care so much that I'm in your head and that makes me happy because you'll probably hate watching me right now. And I love that. Suck it up. All right, hate me, baby, hate me. I love it. But here's the thing. Here's how you get revenge on comments that people write to you, right? This is the best thing. It's so much fun because I remember Pete Johns. Watch Pete. He would get like a snarky comment about his eye or some shit, and he'd try and write back these comments that were kind of very passive, cheeky, happy kind of thing, but a little bit of snark to it. Just a little bit of snark. Enough for anybody who knew Pete who'd go, oh, that's a good one. But he got a warning for it. He got like a warning on YouTube for one of his comments. So here's the way you do it. You want to know the secret? When somebody leaves you a terrible comment, really terrible, don't do it for just some offhand, it's not really that mean, but a really terrible one. Like, the ones I get sometimes that says, I hope you die, right? Because I get them. Trust me. If you could read some of the comments people put on my channel, I'm not here to whinge about it, really. I don't give a fuck. But here's the ticket. You write back the most horrific shit ever back to them. You respond with something really horrible. Really, really, really horrible, right? Like, you're a you're a really, really bad. No, It's not, no. You don't never send it. You send it. You hit send, and then you hide the user from your channel. Immediately. And I'll tell you why that is. Because it instantly removes the comment, and it instantly never allows them to respond. And the last message they get, if they receive messages or spam or get notifications, is the message that you wrote to them, or they get it in an email. And there's no way for them to respond. They have to stare at that comment, looking at them every moment and seethe. It's so much fun. And nobody else knows about it except you and them. And if they can't complain to YouTube because the comment doesn't exist anymore. Only their record of it, which could be faked. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you where I learnt that from, right? I learnt that from working in the sex industry. Because when you work in the sex industry, you get a lot of people sending you really fucking horrible dick pics all the time. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, thank you, Paul. Welcome aboard. Rockin' Pneumonia, g'day. Here's the thing. I'll never understand why people send a dick pic to you. It's a penis, all right? Do people walk around with driver's licenses with their penis on it? No. Listen. Look, if people like penises, okay, that's the world. And men and women like penises. Let's just put that out the way, right? But listen to me. Most people, there needs to be a decent head attached to the penis. So if you're going to send a penis, at least send your face photo with it so we can make sure that you don't look like a munter. Come on, do the right thing, all right? So, anyway, when I worked in the sex industry, heaps of people used to send dick pics all the time. So what I would do, this is the best. Ladies, you're going to love me for this. You're getting all the secrets today. Ladies, I know you get these, ladies. You know you get them, right? Whenever somebody sends you a dick pic, and especially on Facebook, it's so much fun. You go to their Facebook page, you go to profile, go and find a picture of them, right? Go and find a picture of their face. Save it to your hard drive, save it to your computer, save it to your iPad, open it up in Photoshop, and then draw a cock and balls on their face. And then save the image, and then send it back to them and block them. Ta-da! So the last image that they see is a picture of their face with a cock and balls on it. And they can't respond, even though they're typing, "I hate you, bitch. I hate you so much. I hate you." And all they're doing is just sitting there staring at their own face with a cock and balls on it. Anyway, I hope you've learnt a lot today. It is so satisfying. And it's the same way with trolls, right? I leave this stupid comment. The one thing you shouldn't do, especially on YouTube, is like sit there and draw like heaps of attention to these people. Because you're giving them power. You're creating like this thing, and I know it does rally people around you and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, you know, most people are. Let's say the truth. A lot of the people who will troll you, you know, it's just the way it is. Yeah, don't ever respond more than once, ever. Fuck. That's why I say leave your response, make it mean, hide them from the channel, move on. And they're left with that comment. But yeah, don't have a conversation with them. And you don't need to come on stream and like this person. Don't worry about it. Just do that trick. It works really well, and it's really satisfying. It is very, very satisfying. So look, again, today's show hasn't been about much or nothing, but I want to thank everybody because I didn't know if this thing would take off or, you know, and it's still been a struggle. Let's be honest. There's a lot of other channels out in this space who review iOS apps, and they're run by guys. and the space of people making music is quite phobic. Yeah, quite phobic. And my channel's taken a lot longer to get views and stuff, or to get subs and all that rubbish, because there's a lot of people out there who fucking hate me. And it's kind of funny. It reminds me of when I used to play gigs, how nobody ever knew how to take me. It is what it is. You know, you got to wear it with with pride. You're not everybody's cup of tea. That's the thing. You know, you can't get offended in this world. You're not everybody's cup of tea. Not everyone's going to like your music. Not everyone's going to share your opinions. And that's okay. I don't really care. I don't share a lot of dickheads' opinions. There's a lot of people I think should be probably rounded up and shot to Mars. But I don't go out of my way to try and find them and go and tell them all the time. I just don't engage because it's pointless. It really is pointless. Why would I go out of my way to go and tell somebody I think they're an idiot? I got better things to do than waste my time on stuff like that. Yeah. And it's, I think more people should be like that. We're stuck in this world at the moment where everyone's got to type their thing and letter. It's like, you know, you can't even write anything on social media anymore. If you write something like, I just got a new car and I like it, I swear there's like 10 people on your friends list who just are waiting to go, I fucking hate that car. It's like, okay, so what? You know, it's so fucking weird. Who does that? You know, hey, look, let's be real. We think it sometimes, don't we? Like you look at somebody, I've got a few people on my Facebook page that I keep on the payroll just to watch them every day put videos up and go, oh my God, what is wrong with you? But I can't bear to remove them because it's so entertaining. But I don't sit there and I don't write on their channel, you're a fuckwit. I'm entertained by their life careering out of control. It's hilarious. And, you know, hey, if they want to put that stuff out there, then they're inviting me to watch. And as long as I'm not mean and I'm enjoying watching their drug problems happen and all this stuff, I guess it's entertainment, isn't it? Now I sound like a bitch. Yeah, look, I want to thank you all for your continued support. I'm not going to lie, this YouTube thing, the ups and downs, you don't get to see them. I have a really strong support base of friends. Russ, Brad example, Leela, Kurt, sometimes Kurt. I have an idea, Pete Johns. There's a bunch of it, Jenny and Ron. And we hang out every day. Ali Gratilla, another very, very close friend of mine. And it's good to have a really good, strong support network to help you ride through these kind of things that your endeavors, your music endeavors, your YouTube endeavors, whatever it is that you do, and have good people around you that you can vent and you can just shoot the shit, say stupid shit to each other, be silly all the time and get you through, because doing this kind of stuff is hard. It's hard work. You're constantly having people tell you suck, people tell you you're good, and you're like, well, which one am I? Am I good or bad? I'm so confused. Am I doing the right thing or am I not doing the right thing? Is my sound good? Because nobody told me that my sound was fucked for that whole video, but it clearly was. You know, and just your everyday life, shit that goes on. You lose somebody in your family gets sick, somebody passes away, friends, all this stuff can happen. You know, you're behind in your rent, whatever it is, credit card payments, all this kind of shit. You got to kind of control and do all this stuff. So the one thing I can recommend, if you're going to do this, have a good support network of people that you can fall back on and shoot the shit and lighten things up and shoot ideas across with them. Shoot some ideas to them. I didn't mute my phone, which was very unprofessional. Shoot some ideas, get feedback before you do something, and hope for the best. Because look, you can watch 1,000,001 YouTube videos on how to get 1,000,000 views, how to make your channel blow up, and all this bullshit. Most of it's bullshit, folks. Go and have a look at the channels that promote this shit. Most of them are just channels who just promote that shit. They actually have never made any content outside of how to make 1,000 subs. And it's like, but you only have 1,000 subs because your whole channel is how to make 1,000 subs. And that's how you got 1,000 subs on the promise of giving other people 1,000. Oh my God, it hurts my brain. Where's your actual legit content? You know, the niche content that fucking people are entertained by. So don't fall into that trap of listening to those assholes. They actually have no idea. You know what they're doing? They're just regurgitating every other channel's bullshit. It's like a circle jerk. It's a human centipede of everybody's mouth stuck to the last person's ass of how to get 1,000 subscribers. And none of them have actually ever earned 1,000 subscribers from being a genuine, unique, original content creator with some kind of, authenticity. I'm trans, so let's say I'm female, but it's really nice that you asked. See, some people just come in and say you're a fucking scumbag and you need to die, because that's the world we live in. But that was very nice to ask. So I'm a trans chick. There you go. So we're going to get out of here for today. Thank you all for supporting me. Gary Hubbs, g'day, Gary. Thank you all for supporting me on 4.5 years so far. 4.5 years of doing this thing, 1,600 episodes and so many more. As you see, there's heaps of episodes that come this week. Heaps of great interviews coming up this year with amazing artists, amazing talented people. We got Brad Example coming. I assure you, going forward, I'm just going to continue to push the envelope. Walk with me. So many more shows. I want to take you around Australia. Next, we're going to start leaving Melbourne and going interstate. And hopefully we'll go overseas at some point this year with Walk With Me. I have so many ideas and aspirations for this channel to take you places with me and hopefully continue to help you learn how to make great music and use your devices and all the things so much better, because that's the thing, yeah? Let's just get better and have fun doing it. That is the most important thing. So you guys rock. Thanks for letting me do these rants every Sunday where you are, and just get to talk shit and hang out. Next week's rant, you're going to love this one. This was supposed to be this week's rant, but I changed it. So this is what we're doing next week. You have all the answers. I love these cryptic titles. You need to work out what we're going to be talking about next week. But it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be really fun. I've wanted to talk about this for a long time because you do. You do have all the answers. Don't believe the bullshit, yeah? All right, let's get out of here. Pete Johns is up next. Thank you, Rockin' Pneumonia. Thank you all. I love you all so much. You guys are just so cool, and I can't wait to continue doing more and more. Starting to look like Glenn Frick. I know. I'll start yelling too. Pete Johns is up next, and guess what he's doing? He's playing your music live, and he's been doing it for ages, and he's awesome. I'm going to dump you over there, and you can go hang out with him for 2 hours. I've got to clean my house because Brad Example's coming. All right, let's Oge. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Stay awake, and whatever you do, fucking Oge.